Good evening, everyone out there in internet land. This is Cedric Harris coming to you live here with the Team Takeover Marketing / Jeunesse Global webinar presentation. I want to welcome all the guests as well as all the teammates that are dialing in from all over the world. Before we begin, I want to make sure that everyone can see my screen and can hear me okay. So if you can see my screen and can hear me okay, if you could just type in yes on the side and we will begin. Awesome. Well, first of all, let's start off by telling everyone happy New Year. Welcome to 2015. Wow, what a wonderful 2014 a lot of us had here on this webinar, and I'm sure that a lot of you have some New Year's resolutions and a lot of things that you want to accomplish in 2015, and we're definitely excited to let you know what we're doing inside of 2015 and how we ended off 2014 with a bang. If you were invited here tonight, you were invited by a friend of yours, a coworker, a business partner, a family member, someone who cared about you, to introduce to you what we feel as if is the best kept secret inside of the home-based business arena. And we're going to do everything in our power to prove that to you here tonight. But if you could do me a quick favor, let's start this presentation off correctly and maybe eliminate any distractions that could be around you right now. Your automatic income reducer, AKA your television, your Blueberry, Blackberry, Cranberry, Apple iPhone 4, 5, 16, 62, your Skype, your instant messaging, your Facebook, anything that has an on or off switch, if you can get rid of it just for about 30 minutes or so and just focus, because what you're about to discover tonight could truly create some financial freedom inside of your life. Now, as we begin, I want to ask you a few quick questions. You know, have you ever wondered what it would feel like to have a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month residual income that just came in, month out, month in, month out? Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to just have a $10,000, $15,000 a month passive income that came in that took care of your mortgage and your car payments and your power bill? Now, have you ever wondered what it would feel like to have all those bills taken care of so you really didn't have to focus on those things and you could really do in life what you wanted to do? You know, a lot of people always tend to say money can't buy happiness. And in most cases, they're absolutely right, but it can buy some really, really good aspirin. And one of the things that it could actually do for a lot of people that are listening in on this webinar is really change some circumstances by helping themselves as well as helping a significant amount of other people that are around you. You see, my promise to you tonight is that over the next 30 plus minutes that we share with you some information that could literally change the way you look at business. And I want you all to literally put your business hat on and start off 2015 with a bang. Now, some of you may know me, some of you may not know me, so who am I and why should you listen to me? Again, my name is Cedric Harris. I currently reside in Tampa, Florida. I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia, where I grew up at, and I was lucky enough to be introduced to the direct selling network marketing arena back when I was 22 years young, 17 plus years ago. And I tell you, when I was introduced to this arena, I knew nothing about the home-based business arena. I just happened to be caught up in the right place at the right time with a company called Excel Communications back when everybody had long distance on their phone, and we had a nice run at that company, and we started doing some other things and, you know, ultimately hit a couple of singles and hit a couple of doubles and hit a couple of things out of the park. And because of that experience, I was able to learn a lot of things through internet marketing and direct sales online, and was inducted into the Internet Marketing Hall of Fame with people like Mike Diller, Jake Kubisak, David Wood, just to name a few. I've been a featured speaker on stage with people like Jeffrey Combs, Jerry Clark, Mark Victor Hansen, Jim Rohn, just to name a few. I've been a top recruiter in companies like Numis Network, Vasalis Sciences, where I was a 5-star ambassador, as well as the #1 recruiter in the company for quite a while, as well as I'm the co-founder of I Am Tool Suite and co-founder of One Up Marketing, and co-author of Stepping Stones to Success, featuring Deepak Chopra, Jack Canfield, and Dr. Dennis Whaley. But you know, the truth of the matter is, it really didn't all start that way. It actually started right here humbly in this home in Richmond, Virginia, where I grew up at. And I always tell people all the time, you become the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if the top 5 people that you spend the most time with happen to be knuckleheads, but there's a good chance that you're going to be number 6. If the top 5 people that you spend the most time with happen to be rich, there's a good chance you're going to be number 6. If the top 5 people that you happen to spend the most time with 100 heirs, there's a good chance you're going to be number 6. Well, growing up from the ages of 13 to 18 years young, I surrounded myself around a bunch of knuckleheads and, did knucklehead stuff. And ultimately, went through some things that changed my life forever. And because of some people that came into my life as far as mentorship, when I was very, very young, I was lucky enough to be introduced to a man that changed my life for the rest of my life. And his name is Bill Edwards. And he hired me as a loan officer in a company called Mortgage Investors Corporation back in 2001. And I knew nothing about mortgages, just happened to be caught up in the right place at the right time again. And lucky enough, catching the mortgage industry right before the Flip My House game and running it from 2001 up until 2006, I was able to make, a couple $1 million inside of that time frame and really go through some life-changing events because of the timing, but also because of the mentorship of someone who was worth well over $800+ million that really schooled me a lot about sales and schooled me a lot about business. Well, back in 2006, I decided to step away from that and focus on internet marketing and network marketing and started producing different products like the 10K per month attraction marketing blueprint inside of a system called My Lead System Pro, where I was the #1 earner. And I used a lot of these tactics to build companies like Numis Network and co-found IM Tool Suite and really travel the world and do some amazing things that this industry has allowed me to be able to see and allow my teammates to be able to see. And it's literally all because, ladies and gentlemen, network marketing equals freedom when you catch it at the right time. Network marketing equals freedom when you catch it at the right time. I can tell you of so many people and so many experiences of being caught up in the right place at the right time and catching that moment and riding it like a surfboard with a trolling motor on it. And that's what we're talking about tonight. And right now we're going to get into that particular opportunity, which happens to be Janess Global. Now, Janess, ladies and gentlemen, was launched on September the 9th, 2009 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When Janess was launched, it was launched with 5 Asian leaders out of the California market. Our company is based in Altamont Springs, Florida, right outside of Orlando. And when we launched with 2 different product lines. Our first product line being our Luminex product line, which is our skincare line, which is based on full-blown adult stem cell research, well over 200+ growth factors. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a few moments. And then we also released another product called Reserve, which is a resveratrol product full of antioxidants. Well, when we launched these 2 product lines, ladies and gentlemen, our 5 Asian leaders exploded inside of the California market, inside of the Asian community, and ultimately ended up expanding all throughout Asia, Hong Kong, Japan, Singapore, the Philippines. Well, instead of our ownership trying to force feed the United States and Canada because our company was based in the U.S., we decided to follow the leadership and ultimately set up shop legally, internationally first. As we fast forward until today, as I conduct this webinar on January the 2nd, I believe it is, 2015, we have hundreds of thousands of distributors worldwide. We have 36 offices globally. We're doing business currently right now in well over 100+ countries. We ended off 2014 at well over $416 million, and in the month of December alone, we did well over $60 million worldwide. And some of you just heard about us for the first time tonight. We are currently the youngest and fastest growing direct selling association company that is also on the Inc. 500, as our company has grown by 1,800% in the past 3 years alone. Now, I want to put that into perspective for all of my business people that are on this webinar. If you invested in a stock 3 years ago at $1,100 for 1 share, if that stock grew by 1,800% 3 years later, that one stock would be worth $19,700. Let's talk a little bit about the founders of Janess. Wendy and Randy, what can I say about them? They've been inside of the industry for well over 2+ decades. They started inside of this industry doing back office and software fulfillment for well over 16+ different network marketing companies. Some of those companies still in existence today. They've coached and mentored quite a few current CEOs as well as CFOs that are inside of the direct selling and network marketing industry as well. Wendy was named the 2011 and 2014 most influential woman in all of direct sales. And when you start talking about a legacy play, we're building this alongside of her son, Scott Lewis, as well. No, that's not a GQ picture. He's just one smooth dude. He happens to be the chief visionary officer of Jeunesse, has been inside of this industry since he was 12 years young. And we're talking about a full-blown legacy play. But when you're doing well over $400+ million worldwide, ladies and gentlemen, you need an infrastructure that can really, really hold that. So we've got country managers that are managing these countries all over the world. We have obviously our chief financial officer and our director of software and director of international logistics and director of HRs and so many people that we actually couldn't even fit them all on one slide. But you know, one of the beautiful things about having a worldwide business is that you can sit in Palm Beach, Florida, and enroll someone in Israel. Or you can sit in Israel and enroll someone in Vancouver, Quebec. Or you can sit in the Dominican Republic and enroll someone in Hong Kong. You see, we have a worldwide business, and those products are coming to them inside of their language. The websites are already inside of their language. You can legally have a worldwide business from the comfort of your home in well over 100+ countries. Now, let's talk a little bit about our product line. You know, Jeunesse stands for youth in French. And we're all about being forever young, both on the inside as well as the outside. And there's not one person that's on this webinar tonight that woke up and said, I can't wait until I look like I'm 262 years old. So let's start off with our skincare line. Our Luminesce line, which is based on adult full-blown stem cell research, whether it be our moisturizer, whether it be our cleanse, whether it be our night repair cream, whether it be our serum. Ladies and gentlemen, this product is unequivocally phenomenal and does some amazing things to your skin, and we're going to show you some proof to that here very shortly. And as I go through the rest of these products, I want you to sit back and think, who do I know that has skin? And as you're thinking about that, let's look at the right-hand side of the screen, which is our #1 bestseller, which happens to be our Reserve product. This is our resveratrol product, ladies and gentlemen, full of antioxidants, super duper high ORAC score, but most importantly, something that's doing some amazing things on the inside of your body from the antioxidant side of the world. Then we have another product called Finity. This Finity product is scientifically proven to turn back the hands of time on the inside, ladies and gentlemen, and scientifically lengthen your telomeres. What is a telomere? Feel free to go Google it. I'm not going to become a scientist and or a biologist on this webinar. What I will tell you is this. Every single one of you that are listening to the sound of my voice has telomeres attached to every single cell inside of your body. As you get older, they get older and break off, kind of like a shoelace. And we have a product that is scientifically proven to lengthen your telomeres. Feel free to go Google it and find out for yourself. Then we have a full-blown AM/PM line. So many vitamins, so many minerals that we had to add an extra label just to show you everything that we have in it, as well as another product called Propectin that is proven to get heavy metals out of your body. And this is just a handful of the products that we have here, ladies and gentlemen. But with our Luminesce line, this was created by our Dr. Nathan Newman. Now, Dr. Newman was actually doing some stem cell work on Randy's knee, co-founder of Jeunesse, back years ago. And he started talking to Randy about this Luminesce line as well. And Randy started doing his research on it and talking to the actual people that were using the product and looking at all the testimonials and looking at all the science behind the product. And he asked Dr. Newman how many of those a month was he actually moving out of his office. And he said about 40 a month. And he asked him, well, how would you like to sell 40,000 a month? And Dr. Newman said, well, how is that possible? Well, lo and behold, that's when Jeunesse was launched. So we're talking about a product, ladies and gentlemen, that has well over 200+ growth factors behind our Luminesce line. Now, let's talk to you about some facts when it comes down to this product. These clinical results that were done, 100% of the people stated that they would recommend the product to their family and or friends. 100% of the people. I can tell you right now that I have washed my face more in the past month plus than I have in 39 plus years. I just love the way this product feels and the way it makes my face look. 87% of the people felt that their skin looked younger. 87%. 87% felt an improvement in their skin's smoothness as well as luminosity, and 74% felt an improvement in their skin's firmness. Ladies and gentlemen, we always heard a long time ago that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I'm going to go through some pictures of some 30-day results. And as I go through these pictures, I want you all to keep in mind that you have been walking around with the same skin for the past 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years, however many years young you may be right now. These are all 30-day results, nothing doctored, no Photoshop. Now, I want to make sure that everybody can see this. I love class participation. So, is it me or can you tell the difference here? This is the before, and this is after. 30 days. Before, after. Feel free to type into the side of the webinar to let me know that you see this. Can you see that difference? Can you see the difference in her chin, ladies and gentlemen? 30 days. Before, after. We got a lot more. 30 days. Before, look at under her eyes here. After. Only 30 days. Absolutely, Brian. Documentation beats conversation all the time. Look at the difference in this picture now. Most people would think that this is a lightened picture or something was actually done to the actual glow to this picture, and it wasn't. This is the 30-day results of this product, ladies and gentlemen. 30-day results of this product. Absolutely amazing. Before, after. Before, after. Do you know anybody who has skin? Think about that. Before, after. 30-day results. 30-day results. Look at this one. Is this dramatic or what? Look at this. Look at under her eyes. Look at the bags under her eyes. And then look here. Are you seeing that, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know I'm not talking to myself. Every now and then the internet goes out on me and I end up talking to myself. Is it me or can you actually see that? There's a reason why she's smiling a lot more as well. Obviously, when you have that glow. Look at this 30-day difference. Before, after. 30 days. 30 days. Before, look at the difference in her skin. No makeup. Before, after. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it in mind. What does Jeanette stand for? Youth. All about us being forever young. Forever young on the inside, whether it's with our reserve product, whether it's with our AM/PM, whether it's with our Affinity line. But some of you that are on this webinar right now heard about a little product that's actually doing some amazing things. Some amazing things. And you heard about a little product called Instantly Ageless. Now, this is a product that has absolutely turned the network marketing industry upside down. Literally, if you only knew. If you only knew. Now, let me tell you why. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is a cosmetic product that gives temporary gratification. This product works for 6 to 8 hours to get rid of bags, to get rid of crow's feet, to get rid of wrinkles in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Now, I'm going to show you some dramatic before and after pictures here that are all 2-minute results pictures. 2-minute results. Now, before I go into that, I want you to understand why this is so dramatic. You see, inside of our industry, we typically have to explain a product or this berry or this fruit that grew in the Himalayan mountains or become a scientist or become a biologist. And everybody lives in a right now society. Everybody lives in an instant gratification society. You know, there's a handful of you on the webinar today that had a Hot Pocket for lunch. or you had some fried chicken for lunch, or you had some leftovers for lunch, and you put 2 minutes on the microwave, and, a minute and 40 seconds went by, and you saw your food bubbling, and you figured it was done already, and you popped open the microwave, and if I look right now, there's 36 seconds left. Because you had to have that food right now. Instant gratification. It was bubbling, Cedric. I got to have it right now. The next couple of weeks, there's going to be people that are going to be getting back their W-2s from working for the previous 12 months. And because so many of those people can't wait 4 to 6 weeks to get their refund, they're going to sit down at a Jackson Hewitt office or some sort of rapid refund place and get their taxes done and pay an extra $200 to $500 just to get the money in 48 hours. Because they got to have it what? Right now. There's a significant amount of people that wrote down that their New Year's resolution was to lose a few pounds. The top 3 New Year's resolutions are lose weight, make more money, and quit smoking. Ironically, about 75% of the people that wrote down they wanted to lose weight in January of 2015 also wrote it down in January of 2014 because simply when they started going to the gym, they didn't get instant gratification, so they stopped. We live in a right now society. That's why when you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you see that commercial about losing some weight and you just take a simple little pill, I don't know the name of that pill, but I don't know they sold, I don't know, a gazillion, million, trillion of them because people are lazy. Let's just call a spade a spade. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a webinar that's going to be the truth. This is the truth. Now, the reality of the fact that we live in an instant society and a right now society is one of the reasons why this product is blowing off of the shelf. Now, let's show you some before and after pictures to prove this to you. These are 2-minute results. Keep in mind that on all of the previous slides I showed you, they were all 30-day results. These are 2 minutes. Now, is it me or can you see the difference in the bags under this young lady's eyes? Applied at 4 o'clock. And here's the result at 4:02. Not 30 days, not 60 days, not 90-day challenge, not 6 months, not go to the doctor and check your blood work to see if the product is working. Put it on at 4 o'clock, get a result at 4:02. Is it me or do you see the difference in this young lady's eyes? When we start talking about taking people 10 years younger in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, look at the result for yourself. Look at the result for yourself. Oh, we got a lot of more where that came from. It doesn't matter. Younger, older. Look at the difference in this young lady's eyes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you know anybody who has a face? I was talking to a young man the other day, and he said, Cedric, who am I going to talk to about this product? And I said, man, are you auditioning for the kings of comedy? Are you kidding me? Everybody inside of your cell phone has a face. Every single person starting off with the letter A in your phone has a face. And not one person woke up and said they wanted to look older today. Look at the results, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the results. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And people wonder why we get excited about this. People wonder how our team has done over $800,000 in sales in 43, 44 days. Yeah, I said it. I know this call is being recorded. That's right. They're only real numbers. Left before picture, right after picture. Ladies and gentlemen, the results speak for themselves. Look at the results. Now look at this one. Are you kidding me? Do I need to continue this webinar after you see this picture here? I mean, really? Okay, maybe I need to give you a couple more just for more believability, right? Help me out, ladies and gentlemen. I got to make sure I'm not talking to myself over here. Some of y'all are talking to me and some of you aren't. There's a couple of hundred of you on here. Talk to me. Help me out here. I'm feeding off of your energy. Look at this before and after. Left, right. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Do you know anybody who has a face? Do you know anybody who wants to look younger and feel younger? Do you know anybody who wants to look younger and feel younger? Instantly ageless, instant gratification, works for up to 6 to 8 hours. Works for 6 to 8 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Temporary gratification. This is a great lead in to our Luminesce line. Because what this product does, it just gives them temporary gratification for 6 to 8 hours. They use our Luminex line on a daily basis to get the permanent gratification. You want the product to wear off or wash off, simply apply water and the product disappears. Okay? The beauty of this product, ladies and gentlemen, is the results. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. See, if you were watching television right now and you saw David Copperfield make the Statue of Liberty disappear, you would say that that was an illusion. But if you were fishing in the New York harbor and you saw the Statue of Liberty disappear, you would say David Copperfield is one bad dude. See, ladies and gentlemen, you can't deny your own eyeballs. That's the beauty of having a product that gives instant results. Now, we're talking about a product that is $64.95 retail, $34.95 wholesale. There's 25 tubes in each box. One tube lasts up to 2 days, up to 4 to 5 applications out of one tube. We have distributors right now that are selling tubes for $5 to $20 per tube. Yes, per tube, making anywhere from $125 to $500 plus per box. Yes, instant gratification. So some of you may have realized, okay, this is a great lead-in to our back end, whether it be our serum, whether it be our daily moisturizer, whether it be our night repair. But keeping in mind that we want to help you out on the inside and being forever young with our AM and PM, with our reserve, as well as with our affinity. But we also have our Zen body line for all of those people that want to get their sexy back, for all of those people that want to shave off a few pounds. Yeah, we know you're going to do it anyway, so why not let us assist you with that? Starting off with our Zen Shape product, which is an all-natural African mango extract, as well as the green tea leaf extract and raspberry ketones to help curb your hunger. Then we have our Zen Fit, which is an amino acid drink, 12 grams of protein, comes in watermelon and fruit punch, tastes like your mother's Kool-Aid, is unequivocally phenomenal. Then we've got our Zen Pro, which is a protein shake, a whey protein shake with probiotics, comes in chocolate and vanilla. No soy, no sucralose, no artificial sweeteners. We have people that are dropping major inches, ladies and gentlemen, major inches as well as pounds. So phenomenal results with our Zen Pro line. So we've got everything to help you on the inside as well as the outside. Yeah, those people that want to get their sexy back in January and February and March, yep, we got you covered. We've got the Zen body line. For those people that want to look pretty right now, we got you covered with the Instantly Ageless. Those people that want that long-term gratification, we got you covered with the Luminex line. Those people that want to turn back the hands of time on the inside, we got you covered with the Affinity line. Those people that want to make sure that you're getting your daily vitamins and minerals, we got you covered with the AM/PM line. Ladies and gentlemen, we got you covered all the way around. So I'm just curious right now, is there anybody out there that wants to learn how we make money? Is there anybody out there that wants to learn how to explode their 2015 financially? Because as you can see, we got it covered when it comes down to the product line of the world. Let's get into the money. I see a whole lot of yeses coming across the screen. So let's get into the moolah. All righty, we get paid 6 different ways inside of Jeunesse, and the first way is going to be retail. That means that someone goes to your website. In this particular example, they purchase a product that's $134.95. Your price is $83.95. You make the difference of $51, as well as you have points that go into your binary tree, which I'm going to explain to you in a second. So for an example, with the Instantly Ageless, if you have a customer that goes to your website and pays $64.95 for the product, your cost is $34.95. You're going to make $30 per box if they're just going through your website. Plus, you're going to have points that go into your binary tree. You know, one of the beautiful things about this comp plan, ladies and gentlemen, is that we actually have real customers. It's not all based on inner consumption from distributors. We have so many people that love our product that are buying the product. So you have a significant amount of customers. The second thing we have is get 2 and it's paid for you. You know, some people are used to get 3 and it's free. I have no idea why these things always have to rhyme. But do you know 2 people who have a face? Do you know 2 people who have skin? Do you know 2 people who want to look younger and feel younger? Get 2 people as a preferred customer. What is a preferred customer? That's just simply someone who is getting the product on auto ship. Someone who's getting the product every single month, and they're receiving a discount to do so. You get 2 people to do that, you're going to receive a $50 bonus as well as free product. You get another 2, $50 bonus and free product. You get another 2, $50 bonus and free product. The third way we get paid is with our fast start bonuses. Now, inside of this slide, I'm going to talk about our fast start bonuses as well as the different ways to get involved inside of Jeunesse. The very first way would be our basic package, which is $199. You're going to receive approximately $199 worth of product. You're going to have 100 points that goes into your binary tree, and that pays out a $25 fast start bonus that is paid out weekly. When you enroll someone at the $499 level, Supreme package, that's $499 worth of product. You're going to qualify for a 20% check match starting off on level 1. We're going to grandfather you there for 90 days. We're going to have 300 points that are going to go into your binary tree, and it's going to pay out a $100 fast start bonus. Then we have the $799 jumbo package. That's going to get you about $799 worth of product. We're going to grandfather you for 90 days at a 20% check match level 1, 15% check match level 2. We're going to have 400 points go into your binary tree, and that pays out a $200 fast start commission. Then we have our 1-year jumbo package. Our 1-year jumbo package is $1,800. That prepays your business for the entire year. That means that you do not have an auto ship anymore for the entire year. It saves you about $250. It's going to grandfather you at a 20% check match level 1, 15% check match level 2, and a 10% check match on level 3 for 90 days. And every single month, beginning on month number 2, you're going to have 60 points go inside of your binary tree for a total of 1,060 points throughout the year. Then we have our most popular package, which is our ambassador package. That package is $1,100. You're going to get $1,100 worth of product. Has 500 points that goes into your binary tree. Pays out a $250 fast start commission as well. So those are the 5 ways to get involved. And at the ambassador level, it grandfathers you for 6 months with that 3-level check match. So those are the 5 ways to get involved inside of the business and the fast start commissions that are paid out on those when you enroll people at those levels. Now let's talk about the residual component of our comp plan. We have what we call a binary compensation plan, which is a 1/3, 2/3 binary. What does that mean to you in English? In English, when you have 300 points on one side and 600 points on the other side, that triggers what we call a $35 cycle bonus. 300 points on one side, 600 points on the other side, that triggers a $35 cycle bonus. Now, if you recall in our previous slide here, every package has a point value. And that goes for whether someone enrolls as a distributor or if they enroll as a customer. Every product has a point value. Every new distributor that comes in as a kit has a point value. So when you have accumulated 300 points on one side and 600 points on the other side, you cycle $35. You can cycle up to 750 times per week. Let me repeat that. You can cycle up to 750 times per week. That is $26,250 per week. That is $105,000 per month. Is there anybody on this webinar, would you be cool with an extra $105,000 per month? Anybody on this webinar be cool with an extra $100,000 a month? Anybody out there? Now, I know some of you are saying that, well, yeah, well, that's in a perfect world. You know, the only guarantees I know of are taxes and death. Right, I'm sorry, you caught me. My bad, you caught me. Let's say you got off this webinar and you ran 9 red lights. There's a good chance you wouldn't make it to number 10. If you went to work late 90% of the time, if you have a job, there's a good chance you might not have a job anymore. If you're in college and you skip 90% of your classes, it's probably a good chance that you're never going to graduate. But if you fail this equation by 90% and you only get 10% of it correct, that's $2,625 a week by failing this equation by 90%, by screwing it up by 90%. Now, might I ask you, is there anybody cool with making an extra $2,600 and $2,625 a week by screwing something up by 90%? Anybody cool with that? I love to break things down to the ridiculous. I tell you, because we as human beings, sometimes we overthink things. But here's where the big money is. The big money is inside the check match, ladies and gentlemen. And let's talk about that. You see, when you come in at the $1,100 level or the $1,800 level, you're going to be automatically grandfathered in at the Sapphire level. So we're going to talk about Sapphire here really quickly. That means that when you personally sponsor Johnny, if Johnny makes $10,000 in a month, you're going to make 20% of $10,000, which is $2,000. Johnny sponsors Sarah. Sarah makes $10,000 in a month. You're going to make 15% of that, or $1,500 a month. Sarah sponsors Billy. Billy makes $10,000 in a month. You make 10% of that, or $1,000 a month. You don't even know Billy, but don't you like Billy? But you know what's so cool about this? You know, some people have said, well, hold on, Cedric. Didn't you say that there was 45 people making between $1 million and $8 million a year? Yep. 45 people inside of our comp plan in less than 5 years, and 5+ years of making between $1 million and $8 million a year. Well, this slide here only reflects $105,000 per month. That's $1.3 million a year. Where's the rest of the money? The check match, ladies and gentlemen. Our number one income earner, your results may vary. This is no inclination of what your results may be, but our number one income earner makes well over $700,000 per month. So where's the rest of the money? It's the check match. That's the money, which you see right in front of you. You see, it gets even better. If you go out and get 5 customers in a month, is there anybody on the webinar that know 5 people who have a face? I'm just curious. Anybody know 5 people who have a face? Because if you know 5 people who have a face, your check match goes from 20% to 25%. If you know 10 people who have a face, it goes from 25% to 30%. Now let's put this into perspective. That means that every time one of your personally sponsored people makes $35, you make 30% of that, which is $10. They make $35, you make $10. They make $35, you make $10. They make $35, you make $10. Is anybody cool with making a check match over and over and over off of people? Please don't answer that question. Don't answer that question. This is one of the reasons why so many people are excited on Team Takeover, because they're cycling so much on a daily basis. On a daily basis, when you see 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 cycles in a day, plus, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough to get a team really excited. But, you know, we've got a little bonus that's going on, and it started off in December, and it's actually all the way up until January the 31st, and we've got a lot of people that are cashing in on this. As a matter of fact, one of my really, really good friends, someone near and dear to my heart, you know, the heartbeat of this team, I tell you, someone that I love so dearly, my buddy, Danny McDermott, just crushed out Sapphire. Great job, Danny McDermott, who also has a Sapphire on her team. Trisha Mayo representing, just crushing it. But how do you do that? How do you do that, ladies and gentlemen? See, if you go Pearl, and all Pearl is helping 8 people get one on the left or one on the right, or if you just personally bring in 12, when you do that and have a total of $6,000 in total volume, you get a $3,000 bonus. To go Sapphire, you have 12 people, get one on the left and one on the right, voila, now you have an additional $3,000 for a total of $6,000 in bonus money. Anybody cool with making an extra $6,000 off of something that you were going to do anyway? Then we have our diamond pool. Our diamond pool, we've got 45 diamonds and above. The average diamond pool check is anywhere between $200,000 to an extra $700,000 extra per year, extra on top of the regular commissions. Not to mention we have all sorts of trips and incentives. As a matter of fact, you know, we have a big, gigantic group. All of our emeralds and diamonds right now are at the Grand something. I don't know. I'm getting ready to mess it up. Actually, they're at the Waldorf Astoria in Hawaii. I forgot what part of Hawaii that they're in, but they're there all the way up until the 9th or 10th of January right now. I mean, at a phenomenal trip, and we've got another one that's coming up for Dubai and another one that's coming up for Mexico, and we're all about that lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. We're really about that lifestyle, making money at the same time. But, you know, one of the things I figured out a long time ago is that in network marketing, the keyword inside of network marketing is marketing. You know, you can have a big network or you can have a little network. And so many people like to argue with me and say, no, Cedric, the key word is network. See, I'm not a network marketer. I'm a businessman who uses network marketing and internet marketing to sell products around the world. I've never been a network marketer for 17 years. But in network marketing, the key word happens to be marketing, because you can take a marketer and drop a marketer in the middle of Idaho that doesn't know a soul, and in 30 days, because they know how to market, they'll have 1,000 people on their team. I say all that to say this. One of the advantages that we give our team is a marketing system. See, what separates us from all the other teams that you may have heard of or may even look at is the fact that we have a full-blown marketing system that's built in for Team Takeover, one of the reasons why we are smashing so many records. So I want to show you just a couple of these things that you have access to. First of all, this is one of the pages that you have access to, which for some of you, you're just now seeing this for the very first time because we just updated it. So go into the back office and check it out. It's really, really cool. But this shows your 2-minute video right there, ladies and gentlemen. They can buy your product. They can join the team, or they can find out more. And I'm going to take you through a couple of these so you can see. But it's very, very clean, phenomenal before and after pictures on the front. Okay, showing the benefits of Instantly Ageless. They even got a PDF. And it's even customizable. Some of y'all didn't even know that, It's even customizable now, that you can attach in your Twitter, your Facebook, your YouTube, your picture. They got your name. They've got everything. You want to find out more information? It's going to take them directly to a 14-minute, very, very professionally done video through Jeunesse, okay, that they learn everything about Jeunesse, okay, answers all of their questions. Now, if they want to see anything about the comp plan, we have a link right here. They click on compensation plan video, ladies and gentlemen, and it breaks down the comp plan, tells them everything about the comp plan. Then they can simply click here and join your team and go directly and lock in to a position inside of your team. Oh, we've got a lot more. We've got a lot more. You know, maybe you want a separate funnel that you want to be able to capture their information, okay? Maybe you want to be able to capture their information. Give me 1 second. I just logged out by accident. So if you want to capture their information, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously communicating with your folks and being able to be on email and stay in front of them is really, really important, extremely important. So we've got different pages that you have access to, whether you want to personalize your page, whether you want to send people to a page that you don't want to gather their information, whether you do want to gather their information. You know, here's another page that we have here if you want to capture their info, a great, great simple capture page for you that they click on, whether they're male or female. They click on whether they're male or female. Once they click on whether they're male or female, they enter in their name, email address, phone number. If you just want to collect the email only, you can do that as well. We've got all that dialed in. If you want to be able to capture your own leads, we can do that. If you don't even know what an autoresponder is, we already have it built in for you anyway. We've got this set up so you can come in and within 2 minutes be rocking and rolling. Takes them right there to see the video. They can get access to the 14-minute video from this point as well. And voila. And this is just a snapshot of some of the funnel tools that you have at your disposal. But if that isn't enough for you, let me give you just a little bit more. You know, we're running what we call a 200-minute challenge. You know, and with this 200-minute challenge, we're really teaching people to go out there and put this video in front of 100 people as soon as possible, whether it's through Instagram, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through Twitter, whatever the case may be. Well, the beautiful thing about that is that we can also see who's doing what at the same time. So, for an example, Paul is crushing it today with 31 leads. Lisa's always crushing it on a regular basis, 22 leads. Greg Napier is up there with 19 leads, 18 leads. Bittler with 17. Tony with 15. Julia, as you can see, people that are out there, and these are just people that are using our system. Keep in mind that you have access to quite a few different things. You know, we've got separate training of all of our training calls that we do each and every day that you have access to. We have a 1 o'clock training call that happens every day called the TTO Tip of the Day call that you have access to, and all of these calls are archived, as well as we're putting some really cool things inside of the back office, from lead generation to we've got some cool Facebook covers now that you can go in and update your Facebook based around Instantly Ageless or the 2-minute jaw-dropping video, or if you want to do certain images. I mean, and ladies and gentlemen, we're just beginning. We're literally just beginning. Some of the things that separate you out there, because when it comes down to business, marketing is key. And last but not least, this is our TTO Dream Team private Facebook group. This is a private Facebook group just for our team. As you can see, in the past 43 plus days, we're actually over 1,800 people right now. We're approaching 2,000 people right now, because there's quite a few people that are not inside of the Facebook group because they're in the middle of some launches and they're all coming in at the same time. But we're approaching almost 2,000 people in 45 days, ladies and gentlemen. And I can tell you right now, this private Facebook group is amazing when it comes down to support, when it comes down to growth, when it comes down to tagging our teams, when it comes down to making sure that everyone's on the same page, when it comes down to updates and everything that's going on. We care about our team. We are one team, one family, one Jeunesse. We're all in this together. So we all know that you're in business for yourself, but you are not in business by yourself. So no matter what part of the world that you may be in, you know that you are welcome with open arms, no matter what your race is, your background, no matter where you live, whatever the case may be. We welcome you with the warm and fuzzies here at Team Takeover. Now, in conclusion, I want to end this webinar by saying a few things. First things first, you know, there's a lot of people who wrote down some New Year's resolutions on some things that they want to do for New Year's, you know, some things that they want to accomplish in 2015. And you were lucky enough to walk into 2015. You were lucky enough to walk into 2015. Now you are here. Now, are you going to take advantage of the time that you have right now? Are you going to procrastinate, meditate, pacificate, go ask Johnny, who wasn't on the webinar, his opinion of something that he knows nothing about? Are you going to try to leave here and retain 13 to 19% of what you heard, because that's what the average human being is going to retain from this webinar, and then try to relay that information over to someone else to get their opinion? You see, I learned a long time ago that if you want to be successful, that you learn from successful people. You do what successful people do. You know, wealthy people look at television less than an hour a day. Wealthy people look at TV less than an hour a day. Now, if I were to walk around your home for the next 7 days and watched you, and you said that you wanted to become wealthy, or you wanted to make $50,000 or $100,000 a month in January, would I watch you watching television for less than an hour a day? You see, if you know that your W-2s from 2014 are not going to be what you want them to be, then you have a choice to do something about that now o'clock. I'm going to advise some of you that are on this webinar to not make a mistake that I made years ago. And I'm going to tell you how this mistake affects me every single day, which I promise that no one feels sorry for me. And I really, truly believe that God sent me down this path to be able to share this story with other people, knowing that it wasn't my time to hit for that much money. You see, back in 2003, I was in the mortgage industry making 6 figures a month for well over 20 plus months in a row. Heyday of my life, I tell you, so much fun. You know, and there was a little company that did an initial public offering named Google. And when Google IPO'd, Morgan Stanley, they were the underwriters. And my financial advisor was Dave Nicholson at Morgan Stanley in Denver, Colorado. I picked up the phone and I called up Dave, and I said, hey, Dave, I want you to put $500,000 on Google. He said, Fed, you're crazy. I said, Dave, tell me something that I don't know. Please put a $500,000 on Google, my friend. He said, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, why not? Well, you know, I was around when everybody lost their money in the last .com bust, Cedric. You know, and Lord knows when your account is down $10,000, you're upset. And if you lose a $500,000, you're not going to be a happy camper. I said, well, you know, you're probably right, but it's my money, not yours. It's my money, not margin money. Put the $500,000 on there, my friend. Well, Dave did not have commission breath, and Dave decided to talk me out of it. And I listened. Oh, boy. 2 weeks later, Google was doubled. Google was doubled 2 weeks later. I picked up the phone and I called up Dave. Now, for those of you that know me personally know that I had a few choice words, but this is a rated G webinar. I said, Dave, what do you think now? Fed, I know how you feel, man. I know you're a little upset. You really know how I feel, Dave? Have you ever lost a $500,000 in 2 weeks? Well, no, then you don't know how I feel, Dave. Dave, I only called for one reason. Why? You're fired. I need to move my money from Morgan Stanley over to Raymond James. You know, I told this story to my old boss, Lowards, richest man in Treasure Island, Florida, happens to be worth over $800 million, still my mentor to this day. And when I told him this story, he started laughing. He started laughing. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't find the story very funny. Because if you did the math, Google went from a $62 IPO to well before it split to well over $1,100 for one share. And you wonder why I used that $1,100 number at the beginning of the webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, when Bill started laughing, I said, what's so funny about that story, Bill? He says, you know what, Sid, what's so funny is that when you guys get a little bit of money, you decide to go out and get a financial advisor. When the truth of the matter is when you had no money, that's when you needed a financial advisor. He said, how much money did your financial advisor make last year? I said, a little over 400 grand. He said, that's interesting. I pay you more than that every single quarter. Why are you taking financial advice from people who make less money than you? Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last day of my life that I took financial advice from someone who made less money than me. I take spiritual advice. I take health advice. I take life advice. But financial advice from someone who makes less money than me can be very expensive. You see, because technically I'm not supposed to be on this webinar right now. I'm supposed to be in, you know, the Caribbean somewhere in clear blue water on a sailboat. But nobody's feeling sorry for me because it wasn't my time. But I tell you that story to tell you this. Don't leave this webinar going to ask the opinion of someone who has less money than you. Because if they living in the house that you want to live in, if they don't have the millions in the bank that you want, if they're not driving the car that you want to drive, then why would you ask them of their opinion? With that being said, I'm going to advise you all to get with the person who put you on this webinar. Whoever put you on this webinar, ladies and gentlemen, get with them like someone poured lighter fluid in the middle of your toes right now. Because, you see, there's a lot of you here, Allison, whatever question that you might have, Allison, just get with the person who put you on the webinar, please. Amanda and Andrea and Angel and Angela and Angelita and Annette and Anton, Argina and Belinda and Ben and Betty and Bryn and Brenda and Brett and Brian. Brian, you on the webinar twice. You just love us, huh? Boomy and Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. And Celine and Shamanda and Chandris and Charlene and Chanel and Cheryl and Shashonda. Hello, Shashonda. And Clem. What's up, Clem? Consuela. Hello, Consuela. Cynthia and Dale and Danny and Daryl. What's up, Big Daryl? The man, the myth, the legend, Daryl Keck. Dave and Don and Deb and Debbie and Deborah and Dina and Dez and Doris and Emily and Eric and Earl, Francine. What's up, Big Frank Erickson? Fred and Giselle and Greg Napier and Heather and Heidi and Elias. What's up, brother? And James and Jamie and Janice. Hey, Janice. And Janet. And my man, Big Ken Brown and Jennifer Sanders. What's up, Jen? And Jodine and Joel and Jonathan. What's up, Mr. Poogle? And Kamal and Karen and Kathy and Katie and Kelly and Ken. Hello, Ken. Ken Rush. What's up, Kerry? And Kendra and Kimberly and Kimmy and Larice. What's up, superstar representing Highlanda? And Letitia and Latanya and Lori and Lisa and Lena and Linda and Lisa. And there's a whole lot of Lisas over here tonight. And Lonnie and Lavette and Lynette. We just getting to the M's, huh? Mandy and Margaret and Marion and Mary Beth and Megan and Melissa and Meredy and Michelle. We got a couple of Michelles. What's up, Big Mike? and Carl and Nadine and Neil and Nicole and Pamela and Pat and Patty. What's up, Peter? Hey, Philip and Pierre, Rashida and Rebecca, Rita and Robert and Sandy. What's up, Big Sean and Shauna and Sheila? Who else do we have there? I got my computer. So many of y'all, my computer freezing up on me. And Stephen and Summer and Sylvia and who else? And Tammy and Tanya and Tar and Terrence and Terry. What's up, Big Terry? And Tina and Tony and Val and Valerie Luther, my favorite. And Wendy and William. There's a lot of you on the webinar. Congratulations and thank you for being on the webinar. Get with the person who put you on the webinar. Get your position ASAP and get locked in. There's a gentleman here that's from Peru. Joe, get with who put you on the webinar, my friend. Not sure who got with you on the webinar, but we would get you taken care of in Spanish, my friend. Whoever put you on the webinar, Joe, get with that person. I can't give out my personal information as this is a generic webinar. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing this webinar again on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have an all-star webinar with a phenomenal group of people that are going to be on here giving their testimony as well, as we're going to launch this year off something crazy. So if I were you, I would get on this webinar on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I promise you it's going to have 1,000 people on it, and you want to pack this webinar and share this opportunity with each and every person out there, because there's 710 million sets of eyeballs in the United States of America alone, not including Canada, not including the rest of the world. With that being said, my name is Cedric Harris, signing off in the flip-flop state that we call Florida. God bless you all. Thank you for spending the previous 45 minutes on this webinar with us, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday, same time, same station. With that being said, I'm going to end this webinar as we end all the rest of them. There's only 3 types of people on the planet: the type of people that make things happen, the type of people that watch things happen, and the type of people that have been on this webinar for the past 40-plus minutes that are wondering what happened. I'm going to give you the opportunity to figure out which one you are tonight. See you all at the bank.